Salsa Ladies Styling tip, and this is about arm styling. Okay, we're going to talk about rotations and how to improve your arm styling. Okay, so let's get started. So first, I just want to say that there are many different rotations, right? In arm styling or hand styling, right? We have rotations of the wrists, we have rotations of the shoulders, we have rotations of the upper body, right? So that we can add arm length. But in this particular video, I'm going to talk about rotations of the shoulders, right? How to actually warm up the shoulders or do specific exercises and drills so that you can start implementing shoulder rotations to your arm styling. Okay, so first let's actually start with a little bit of a warm-up, or again, drills and exercises that you can do at home just to loosen up the shoulders and start rotating them. Okay, so I want to do one shoulder at a time so you can understand what I mean by shoulder rotation. Yes, so if you can notice, right, my shoulder is going forward and back, right? Forward and back, forward and back, right? So this is what a rotation looks like. Yes, if I do forward and back. So let me show you on this one: forward and back, forward and back. So I can actually lift it up and forward, up and back, up and forward, up and back, or just forward, 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 forward. Yes. Now, a couple of things though, right? I want you to understand I'm not just doing like this, yes, with nothing else being engaged. So if I'm going to do this drill or this exercise, right, I want to be a little bit grounded. I'm not wearing any shoes, just so you can see that I'm low and the power is kind of heavy right into the floor. Yes, I'm grounded. My core is also engaged, right? Because things have to be engaged, especially when you start isolating or rotating the shoulders. Yeah, again, otherwise it's going to look very loose, right? Something that we don't want. One more thing is my shoulders, shoulder blade, I should say, are in their pockets, right? So they're not like here. Yeah, so it doesn't look like this, right? Disconnected. We want everything to be connected. Yeah, so we have the legs grounded, we have the core engaged, we have our shoulder blades in their pocket. So a way that you can check is if you just lift up your arms and making sure I'm bringing down my shoulder blades in their pocket. Yes? So now I bring down the arms, my elbows, just think there's like maybe, I don't know, an orange underneath your armpits, right? Because they're not like this, but they're also not like this, right? Not watermelons, like a lemon. Yeah? So shoulder blades in the pocket, tummy engaged. This is my checklist. My legs are also engaged and very grounded to the floor. And now I'm ready to do my shoulder rotations, right? So this alone, and even when I'm doing the shoulder exercise or the shoulder rotation, I am constantly thinking about engaging the core, yeah? Because sometimes we can tend to lose it, right? We can tend to lose it. So if you start to feel like loose and not engaged, right? Just again, be aware of the core. Yes, this is going to feel like everything is like together. Yeah, so we're going to do forward, 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 slow, forward, 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 right? Forward, forward, forward. Let me go a side view again. Tummy low, connected shoulder blades to the back, yeah, in their pockets, and now forward, 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 right? So I'm rotating, 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 rotating. And you'll see how and when I use this, yeah, or use it in certain moves that I'm doing. One, to either make them look more connected, right, to the body. You're going to start to see that in a second. And also to give myself a little bit more rotation and length, yeah, and length. So we can just do this a few times. And again, you can watch this video at home. You can do it over and over, the shoulder rotations, yeah? Another way to warm up the shoulders, right, or to loosen up is that we can actually do the same thing, right? We're grounded, we're engaging the core, and now we're going to take the whole arm and we're going to go up, 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 right? As I go up, I'm actually stretching the rib cage open, yeah? And then when I start to go back, I'm rotating again, rotating this upper part of my body and bringing it back. Yes, bringing it back and coming back around. Now again, you want to remain connected, right? So when I go back, you also want to feel that this shoulder blade is trying to squeeze something, and maybe hold like your thumb or a pen, yeah, that it's trying to squeeze something together in the back, right? So again, it's not just like this, yeah? This would be just a loose arm disconnected, right? So shoulders are in their pockets. If I want to go up, stretching the rib cage open, and then when I go down, I'm squeezing right here to feel like, yeah, everything is more connected. So I go up and back, yes? Up, stretch, open, and squeeze right here to release again. And then when you release, notice also my shoulder is coming forward, and then I'm also coming back and squeezing. And then I'll do the same with the left, right? Connected, gauged, tummy, legs are heavy onto the floor. I'm going up, and then I'm rotating, look, the upper part of my body to get more length as I'm squeezing, yeah? Squeezing that shoulder blade together, coming up, squeezing. And think of it, think of when you're opening, when you're doing this upper rotation, right? You're also engaging the core as well as you're squeezing, yeah? So we'll do this again. Up, rotate, squeeze, and you can also rotate to come back and do it again, okay? So those are the exercises and drills that we can start to do, right, to warm up the body. And then you're going to see where we're going to add this into an arm style, right? As you can already start to see, yeah, certain things start to happen, right? This is going to be the beginning of an arm styling execution. But one more rotation is, okay, we went clockwise, and now we're going to go the opposite way, right? So now we're going to go back, up, and then around to the front, yeah? So now we're just doing the opposite, right? But remember, my tummy is engaged, right? Because I just want to get this part to rotate. Rotate, come up, still stretching, and come forward. Rotate, up, and forward. Rotate, squeezing the core, up and here. So now, left and up, squeeze, and come back. Knees are bent, back around, I open. Sometimes I just call this like opening up the shoulder. Yeah, so sometimes when I'm teaching my arm styling classes, I will actually say, okay, open up the shoulder so you get more length, right? But then, of course, there are other elements that go into this, yeah? So let's talk about, that's, again, those are the 3 exercises that you can do at home, right? The shoulder rotations, this arm rotation, and then the reverse, okay? You can do that as many times as you need, of course, nice and slow if you're not used to doing this. Some of you might be more flexible than others. I am super flexible. Sometimes I think I'm over flexible. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but do what you can and do it slow, and then you can speed up the tempo, yeah? So now I want to go into what the shoulder blade rotation looks like when I'm actually starting to execute an arm style, yeah? So if you notice what we were doing before, right? The first thing that we did with the shoulder rotation. So if I want to start doing an arm styling drill, right, besides just the warm-up part, I can start here, right? So I'm going to start my right rotation of the shoulder forward, and then you'll also start to see or notice, you see my elbow start to come out? So the elbow will start to lead. Yeah, and again, I don't want to get too many tips into one, because if in case this is like you're new to this, you might be like, oh my God, there's too many things to focus on, right? But I am going to mention a couple of things. Like for me, and probably for everyone who really knows, you know, arm styling well, understands that the arm styling also comes from the center of the body, right? But just to keep that in mind when you're actually doing this move, yeah, this move. So I'm also thinking of the center, right, and the shoulder rotation. And now the elbow is starting to lead, Yeah, so I really want to continue that. Shoulder rotation, elbow, elbow, elbow. And then look, the arm comes out. Now look, the shoulder's rotating. And then I'm going to scoop this around to the front. So as I scoop this around to the front, right, you'll notice the shoulder starts to come back. And then I'm going to start to bring in that left shoulder rotation and this elbow. And now this is going to start to come out, scoop around to the front. As I scoop, look, the back of my hand is actually facing forward, and now this one is going to start to come in, right? Shoulder rotation forward, elbow, and so I can start to do now this drill, yeah? So I'm coming around. I scoop, I bring it back, and now the left comes forward, the elbow leads, yeah? So you notice there's a few things going on, right? I'm also, besides me thinking of the shoulder rotation, I'm also thinking of the chest, yes? And we can warm up the chest, right? We're just doing chest isolations, yeah, just to loosen up the chest. But I also just want to think of, right, and this is something to be aware of, that you're just thinking about movement coming from your center, right? You don't have to be like stretching like this, but I want you to think like everything's coming from your center, right? So I'm thinking center, shoulder, elbow, keep going, and don't lose that connection in the back as well. So it's like shoo, shoo, right? This is why I'm doing it really slow, and I keep repeating this part because this is the power part, right? Shoom, and then I keep going, and I bring this shoulder back. As I bring this back and come around, now the left starts to rotate, elbow, and keep going, and shoo, and shoo, and shoo. Right now I'm checking in with my core, making sure my core is nice and engaged as I keep doing this, right? So you'll notice that you're a little bit more connected, and also you should find some length just in the fact that you're doing this rotation of everything, not only the shoulder, but you're thinking about the center. Now you're thinking about the elbow, because a lot of times I want to show you with the opposite that sometimes I see on the dance floor, and you might feel this, and you might see this too, or this might be you. Sometimes you might feel like, yeah, I'm just kind of like thinking about the hand coming out, right? A lot of times when we see the styling, right, we kind of just look at the outline of it, like, oh, my teacher was doing this, right? So you're thinking of just the end. You're thinking of just the end, which in this case is the hand. So a lot of times I see on the dance floor, it's just like, okay, yeah? So everything is kind of like short and piecey and choppy, right? Rather than understanding that it comes from, you know, the beginning stage, right? It comes from the center. It's going to come from the shoulder rotation. The elbows start to lead. And then, look, I get some length and I can continue, yeah? I can continue. Yes? So again, the opposite is more like here, here, place, place. And in this situation, when I was doing this rotation, sometimes we don't, again, connect into the back, and sometimes we don't rotate the upper body. So then the arm looks like this, right? It's like, well, how come my arm can't really, you know, be straight in the beginning and then curve at the top? Yeah, I see a lot of this. Yes, I see a lot of this. And look what happens to my shoulder, and right? Because I didn't rotate, right? And I also didn't lead with the elbow and think the wrist lead, stretching, and then coming down. Yeah, I really hope this makes sense. Okay, so let me just also show you where I would use this little scoop of an arm, just so you can have an idea. Sometimes I use it in my wraps, right? If you're social dancing already, then you know what wraps are. So if I'm doing a basic, right, into an inside turn, and then the guy wraps me, I'm going gung gung, 2, 3, gung gung, and I start to feel the wrap. I'm going to start to rotate the shoulder and then scoop around and then cross with my sixes. 6, 7, gung gung, 2, 3. That's just an example, yeah? I'll do it facing here. So again, so maybe you can see the beginning of the wrap arm. So I'm doing gung gung, which is my inside turn, gung gung, 2, 3. I start to turn. As I'm turning and I'm thinking about executing the arm, look, my shoulder, elbow, I come around, scoop, and then I come back to my basic. Yes? In this arm rotation, I use it a lot in my left arm styling turn. Yeah? So if I just scoop, right? So even as I'm scooping, this rotation and the elbow are leading. Woom, bam, bam, kum, kum, 6 and 7. Yeah, so I'll do it here. Kum, kum, 2, 3, kum, kum, 6 and 7. Look, I rotate, kum, kum, 2, 3, kum, kum, 6 and 7. Yes, which is my basic left turn. Okay, I just wanted to show you so you can see where I'm actually using these arm drills. Yes? Cool? So I really hope that you like this tip, and I hope that it's very useful. If you want more videos, I actually have 3 videos that I'm giving away that are part of my course, but they are 3 complete videos that also cover music and cover other drills like the body rolls and a different arm technique using some of the same tools that I was giving you in this video, but it's a different arm drill. But it's a complete video, the complete breakdown, and we actually do it with music. So if you want these 3 free videos, you're going to see the link pop up on this video somewhere, or you're going to see the link in the description. Just click the link in the description, and I'll be so happy to give you these 3 complete full instructional videos about arm styling and a little bit of body rolls. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay, let me see if I can see the comments. I just see hearts. Thank you for the hearts. I can't really see the questions, but let me see. I don't know. I don't know if you're asking questions because I actually can't see the comment box. But you can always comment below the video and tag me, and I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. You can send me a direct message. You can follow me on Instagram. I am Mar Palmieri on Instagram. And again, if you want more instructional, more in-depth instructional videos using techniques, using specific drills, then just click this link somewhere in the description or somewhere in this video. You'll see the salsaladiestyling.com/3videos. And I would love to give you these instructional videos for free, and that hopefully this is going to help you start implementing these techniques right away. Yes, and improving your arm styling technique. Okay, so thank you so much. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next videos. You can also comment and let me know if you want me to do a specific video that's something you need help on. Okay, thank you, and see you in the next video.